Hi and welcome back to another vlog. Today we've got a busy one. It's Friday the 27th of August. You're going to be seeing this a few weeks after this day. And boy, have we got a lot to do. So saying that, let's get busy. I have my slow cooker here and we're going to make chicken bone broth. Okay, into there I am going to put 2 chicken carcasses with the skin and everything else in it. I've had these in my freezer, so I've pulled them out this morning. Just gonna break it down slightly. There we are. Let's add all the other things. Into that I'm going to add a load of onion skins, garlic skins, the ends of onions. They're the scraps that I had in a bag in my freezer. Just going to add that in. I'm going to add 4 carrots and I'm just going to cut them down into 3. That's in there. I'm going to add 1 more onion. With the skin on, I'm just gonna do big chunks. I've got almost a head of garlic. I'm just gonna cut through like that. I'm gonna just chuck that all in. And then I have some herbs from the garden. In here I've got sage, savory, parsley, and thyme. All that's going to go in. Now I'm going to fill this up till it covers. That is about 5 pints now. Probably had just a little more. That's about 5.5 pints of water. I'm going to put probably half to 1 tablespoon of peppercorns. Now adding salt, I will add salt when I use this to make up a soup or to drink. Right, let's get in this in the slow cooker and that will cook for a minimum of 24 hours. Into the chicken broth and I'm going to use 1/3 of a cup. So I'm just going to sling that on the top. Okay. Next up is yogurt. I've got my instant pot here and I've got some lovely Jersey milk and I'm going to tip both of these into the inner pot of the instant pot. Now I'm going to put some live yogurt in. I'll probably use a good half of that. Do you know what, just for ease I'm just going to tip it all in. It'll be fine. Right. I'm going to stir that. I'm going to add some vanilla extract. It isn't that make, it's my own. As you can probably see the vanilla beans in there. I just use this bottle to top up with. I might actually do a little bit more. It does seem to mellow out. That'll do. Lid on, make sure that is venting, it doesn't need to seal. Now here we're going to do yogurt and that's it. We just push that button and it'll sort itself out from there. I'll go the full 9 hours. I quite like a tart yogurt. As you can see, that's now on the countdown for 5 hours. Okay, next up is the master dough. If you're new here and haven't seen me do this before, it's from Melissa Norris and out of the book Handmade. She's also got this recipe on her website. You can buy this book from Amazon, and she's also on YouTube, and it is so handy. So I'm gonna grab the remaining of this. And the great thing about this dough is it can stay in your fridge for up to 2 weeks. Now, mine never lasts 2 weeks. It lasts about a week. If I'm really lucky, I may get 9 to 10 days. Okay, so I'm just going to work in probably a little bit of extra flour. Now I'm going to try and make it into sort of like a sausage shape. Put that in there. Okay, off camera I just made up another batch of master dough recipe. I was waiting for my oven to come up to temperature, so I thought I'd quickly go ahead and do that. Now I've just got a bread lathe. I'm just going to put just a few slices in it. That will do. I'm going to put that in my oven for, I'll set a timer for about 20 minutes and then check it after then. Let's put that in the oven. I've got some almonds and I'm just going to pour some boiling water on the top because I just want to peel them. I'm going to make some pesto. So this is my garden basil. That's in there. I've got a bag of shop bought basil that was reduced. So I'm going to go through that and pop that in. Pull out anything that isn't particularly nice. Right. Yep. They just pop off as long as you use boiling water. This is all done to taste. I might not use all of these almonds, but that's fine because I can snack on them anyway. Right, I'm going to leave that there. I may add some more. As I said, it's done to taste. Tiny little bit of salt. Again, everything's to taste. This is going to get noisy. I'm going to drizzle some olive oil in as we do it. So I'll put some music and mute the sound. Scrape the sides down. A bit more oil. Scrape down again, just to make sure it's all being mixed. Probably do a little more oil as well. I'm gonna have a quick taste. I think that needs a little more salt. And a few more nuts. I've got a lemon, I'm just going to do a little squeeze into that. Mix it up again. Scrape off all that yummy goodness. Right, let's have a try. That is a clean spoon, I did clean it. Perfect. That is really good. I'm going to spoon it into here, into ice cube trays to have in the freezer. This freezes so well. Okay, I'll bring you back when I finish them. Okay, that was all the nuts I had left, so wasn't many at all. I managed to get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then another 4 there, so that's 14. I'm going to pop them in my freezer and set up for the next thing. Okay, they're in my freezer. My food processor has been washed and dried. Now we're going to make some butter. So I'm going to use 2 cartons of double cream. That's 300 ml each, so that'll be 600 ml. And I'll pour that straight into there. I have put my bread on for another 5 minutes. Wasn't quite ready. Okay, put the lid on and we're going to whiz it. Again, I'll play some music. Okay. That is thickening up. What I'll do is this does take a good few minutes to do, so I'll bring you back when we have a change. Okay, you can see that is gone really thick. We've got to wait for it to start to separate. Right. You can see sort of gone grainy. It's starting to separate, so let's keep going. Now you can see that really starting to change. Keep going just a little bit longer. Almost there, that's almost butter. I'll do it just a minute or so longer. Yes, that feels like butter. There we are. Now, I'm going to have to wash this out. Bear with me. I'm going to take you over to my sink and set you up. Okay, I'm going to tip that into there. With cold water, I'm just going to rinse it off. I'm not worried about that. You can use that, but I'm not going to. Right, let me just get another container. Okay, I've got it put into a smaller bowl, and we want to try and get this water to run clear. So you keep going like this and with a spoon. And keep going until it runs clear. So I will bring you back when I've got this to run clear. Okay, my butter has run clear. And what I'm trying to do now is to try and drain some of the water out. So I keep it on the tilt and squash it down. That way it... Right, now I'm going to add some salt. You don't have to. If you want unsalted butter, then add no salt at all. I'm going to do... I've got Costco, the Kirkland brand pure sea salt. I'm going to do just under a teaspoon of salt. Now, if you taste it and it is too salty, do not panic. You can just re-wash it and wash some of the salt out. So you can literally do it. Give it a good mix. I go between a fork and a spoon. So I want to mix that salt in well, and then I will test it. To see if that's enough salt or not enough. The salt will release some more water from the butter, so as you do it you can sort of squeeze the butter together, get it in a nice bowl, keep your bowl on a tilt, and that way the water will just drain away from the butter that you use, away from the butter. Right, that was a bit more water. Okay, got some on my thumb, that's handy. That's plenty, that is absolutely fine. Okay, dish. Scrape that bowl clean, we don't want to leave any of that deliciousness in there. Okay, lovely delicious butter. Okay, let me clean all this up and I'll be back to start the next thing. Okay, that's our delicious bread and that's our delicious butter. Perfect. So I'm going to pop them away and then we'll start on some pasta. Okay, I have 00 flour and we're going to do 2.5 cups. Might have to be done by the half cup measure. I'm trying to get my cup in there. Four eggs. Let me go and wash my hands a minute. Right, I'm going to throw in top of there about a teaspoon of salt. I've just got the fine sea salt. I like a little bit of olive oil in mine. So it's about 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Now we're going to pulse this. Okay, that's good enough, so you just want it crumbly. Okay, I'm just going to throw just a little down tip it out, and it's going to look an absolute crumbly mess. Let me get round in there and scrape down. Okay. Now you're just going to bring this together. You're going to knead it just like, if you think it's too dry, add a little drop of water. Okay, now you can put this in the refrigerator for about half an hour and then you'll be able to work on it. Wrap it with cling film and let that dough relax for a bit. When this is ready to work with, I'll bring you back. Okay, we've got the pasta dough. It's been chilling. Right, now if you've got a pasta maker, feel free to use that. If not, you can use a rolling pin. Try not to add too much flour as you're rolling, because you don't want it to be very dry. Right, okay, now I've got this nice and thin. It's just about in the right light, you can just about see my hand through it, and that's where I like it. And what we're going to do is we're going to roll this up just very, actually I'm going to lightly sprinkle. I'm going to roll it up and you're going to cut strips to whichever thickness you would like. And all you're going to do is unroll your strips. Right, now you've got that. You just sprinkle some flour so it doesn't stick to itself. Okay, and then what we're going to do, I'm going to probably divide this into 2 small nests. Okay, what I'll do is I will bring you back when I've done the rest of it. Okay, that's my nests. I made them a little bit bigger. So I've got 9 nests out of that up. They can go in the freezer, and once they're frozen solid, I then take them off and put them in bags. Our pesto is all frozen, so I'm going to pop them out and put them in a bag. Okay, there they are. So I'm going to go and put these back in the freezer and those in the freezer, and I'll be back later when the yogurt's ready. Okay guys, the Instant Pot has been on 8 hours 18 minutes and we're going to check it to see if the yogurt is ready. Those black flecks are actually from the vanilla. See that? Let's give it a try. Oh, that is so good. That is so creamy. Okay. Cancel that. Now normally I strain it, but I will show you the time. 10:20 at night, and I'm not going to start straining it now. So I'm going to put this in my fridge overnight while it thicken up, and then I can jar this up tomorrow when we do the bone broth. I do come in and periodically stir it. Ooh, look at that. That's hot. Sorry about that, guys. As you can see, it's all cooking down. Okay, still on low. I'm gonna put the lid on, and we'll be back tomorrow. Hi, it's the next day now, and we're going to start straining that yogurt. Okay, I managed to pick up these set of 3 plastic jars from our pound store, and inside it's BPA free, USA FDA approved food grade material. So, and it's made from PET, which is #1 recyclable material globally, making it less sensitive to environment. So that was good. And then I picked up another set. One was inside the other, and that's the same. So that was good. A grand total of £2. Okay, here's my yogurt. And what we're going to do is, I've got a piece of muslin with a sieve and a bowl, and I'm just going to strain this off just slightly. And with these plastic pots, I have washed them out thoroughly with soapy water. So, but I want you to see how thick this is. Look at that. And do you know what? I don't think that needs straining. That is beautifully thick. Let me get a funnel, I think. I was expecting to strain it because I normally use powdered milk or UHT milk, so I'm not going to bother because that is beautifully thick. Wow. Well, that saved me a job this morning by not straining it. Look at that lovely, thick, creamy yogurt. That's 1, 2, beautifully thick yogurt. Right, let me wash all this up and get these in the fridge, and we can start on the chicken broth. Okay, here's the chicken broth. Looking delicious. Now, I'm going to strain this one, which is handy because I've already got everything set up from the yoghurt that I didn't need to strain. So, and I'm straining it through a cloth just in case there's any tiny little particles that we don't want in the broth. Right, I'll bring you back when I finish straining it all. Okay, look at that beautiful broth. What I'm going to do is put that in my fridge for a while, and hopefully that will allow the fat to come to the top and solidify it, and I'll be able to remove the fat as well. And then I can bag it up. Bring you back when this is nice and cold. Okay, bone broth time. As you can see, that's the fat on the top. So I'm hoping I'll be able to come in. Scoop most of that off. Okay, that's all the fat, that's off. Now let's get this into some bags where then they can go into the freezer ready for soups and stews and everything else. And there we have it. 2 bags of broth, ready to use for soups and stews or anything else. And I'll pop them in the freezer. Well, that's it for this vlog. It spanned over 3 days because today is Sunday, just to finish it off. Right, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. That way you will know each time that we upload a video. Until next time all, bye!